Knowing your skin type is key to how your makeup is going to turn out, how your skincare is going to turn out, how you shop your skincare products. It all boils down to you knowing your skin type. So the question is, do you know your skin type? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Liberty Godwin, generally skincare. There's a myth about people thinking that beauty or makeup has nothing to do with skincare, but makeup is a part of skincare, because if you don't care for your skin when you buy makeup products, you won't be able to achieve what you want to achieve. So it does matter. All of it is all infused in one. So we're gonna get right to it today. I want to talk about knowing your skin type. Knowing your skin type is really important, because if you don't know your skin type, you don't know what to shop for. So if you don't know that you have malaria, you don't know what to buy. For example, if you go to the pharmacy, or you're feeling feverish and all of that, and you really don't know what the symptoms is all about, you don't know what to treat because you don't know the symptoms. So you can't just go to the counter and buy something that you don't even know. So that's why you go to a doctor, or from the symptoms of, you browse online and say, okay, I'm feeling feverish, I'm feeling this, why am I feeling this way? And it says this is the symptoms. Just like coronavirus, if they didn't know the symptoms, they would never know how to sort of treat it. So it's important that you know the symptoms. And the symptoms is how your skin is. Now, not everybody is born with perfect skin. I wasn't born with perfect skin. To get my skin to this way, it has been a journey. Like I always say, it's been such a journey to get my skin to even look a little bit as good as this. And for the record, I'm filming on the natural light. So that means that every single thing you see is my skin pure. There is no filter at all. So we're going to get down to knowing your skin type. Let's even start from how many skin types are there. There is normal, there is dry, there is oily, there is combination. It's important to know that the whole skin types vary depending on the season. For example, I've got dry skin, but if I go to some certain climate, for example, if I go to Yola in Nigeria, it's really hot. No matter the fact that I would not use a certain primer if I'm in Abuja, or I would not use a certain primer if I'm in London, or I would not use a certain primer if I'm in any part of the world that is really cold. The primer I would use there is different from the primer I would use in a hot country. So it's really important that you know this. I'm going to try my best to break it down the way you would understand. If you move from city to city, and in these two cities there is two different climates, you cannot use the same primer. When I'm in Abuja, whenever I make up, I use primers that are hydrating, and then I mix it up with a little bit of matte foundation, but I don't use 100% matte foundation because my skin is the hottest part of the year. When I go to Yola, I can't use hydrating primer even if my skin is dry, because I know the weather there is really hot. I know that it's so hot, my skin doesn't come into consideration right now, and the weather would turn my skin to super oily. For oily skin, it's important, first of all, that you have a skincare regimen. If you don't have a skincare regimen for at least 6 months, I tell you what, you see makeup sit on some people and the makeup looks beautiful. Skincare matters. The way your skin looks underneath the makeup matters a lot, because it's not magic, It's not magic that the makeup artist would be able to automatically make your skin look, so beautiful. If you have oily skin, you're supposed to buy products that target your skin concern. If you have oily skin, you go to the shop to buy a cleanser. You're supposed to look at the cleanser. If it says for normal to dry skin, you're not supposed to buy it. If it says for dry to very dry skin, you're not supposed to buy it. If it says for normal to oily skin, then you should buy it, because that is targeted towards your skin concern. Now, how do you know your skin type? A lot of people say, I have oily skin, but they sit down in the chair, you do their makeup, and they don't have any oily skin at all. A lot of people say, I've got dry skin. So it's relative for some people, but to be honest, this is how you know if you have oily skin. For example, I've been sat down here, my AC is not switched on. I have done my skincare regimen this morning. Yes, I'm a little bit slightly sweaty on my body, but my face is not secreting any excess oil, any oil at all. It's just slightly shiny, and my face will probably be that way till like the end of the day. Maybe if I get to work too much and I secrete oil, my sebaceous gland secretes oil, then it sort of comes out on the surface of my skin. However, if I had oily skin sitting down here without the AC, you will start going oily already. Now, there are people that are oily only around their T-zones, and then the rest of their face is pretty dry. There are people that they're super oily around their nose, and then the rest of the place is pretty normal. A lot of times, I'm going to even talk about women of color. We tend to have combination skin. So it's either slightly oily and then normal, or is dry and then normal. I have got dry skin, very dry skin, but I can say that I have managed to treat and manage my dry skin to the point where it's not too dry, it's just dry to normal. So it's important that you shop for the right product. Just like I said, knowing your skin type. It means if you go to the store, if I go to the store now, I don't buy a lot of matte stuff, unless obviously matte lipstick. I don't buy a lot of matte stuff. I buy more hydrating stuff to target my skin concern. If I mask my face, I probably mask 2 times in a week with a clay mask. So I tend to buy more hydrating stuff. That makes sense because I know that my skin is pretty dry. Now my body cream, all of it is all super hydrating stuff that helps with moisture. But my face is different because my face is sort of mixed in a way, and I know that sometimes I can be the weather changes. Yeah, it doesn't become permanent all through the year. So I know that sometimes in the year my face can be oily because of the weather, not because my face has gone oily, but because of the weather. If I wear a hydrating primer and then I now wear a hydrating foundation, and then I now went back and I wore a dewy setting spray, that is not gonna work. The moment I get out there, I'm gonna start getting slightly, not oily, but my makeup is going to start getting wet instead of being, dry the way that I want it all through the day. Why? Because the weather is hot. So it's important to shop specifically for your skin type, yes, but also for a certain weather. I'm in Nigeria currently, so it's either we have the dry season or the rainy season. During the rainy season, you can wear matte. If you have dry skin, please go for moisturizers that are hydrating. Go for cleansers that are hydrating. Yes, there are cleansers that are hydrating. Try to reduce less of alcohol products because alcohol generally just strips the moisture from your skin. Just make sure that whatever it is you put on your face is more hydrating. Don't go OTT with it. Like I said, it depends on where you are and the weather of where you are. If you've got combination skin, what you do is you shop in between. So you could get like a cleanser for normal to oily skin, like a facial cleanser for normal to oily skin. Then you could get a toner. Obviously, definitely a toner. I just think a toner is one size fits all, because I just think that a toner caters to almost every single skin tone, because it just balances the pH. So a toner, you're good to go to buy, whatever. But if the toner says for oily skin, fine. But I've never really seen a toner that says for oily skin or dry skin. I've never really seen it. And I'm really such a beauty junkie, so I shop a lot of beauty products. Then if you go to moisturizer, it's important that you get a moisturizer that is for your skin. If you've got combination skin, I recommend that if you've already gone for a cleanser that says for normal to dry skin, balance it out by going for a moisturizer that says for oily skin. That way, you go in with your cleanser that says for normal to dry skin, cleanses your face. That means it's making your face slightly oily while it's, while you're washing your face, while it strips the dirt out of your face. Then the moisturizer is gonna check and put back that oil and just put it at bay, if that makes sense. So if you buy anything that has for oily to dry skin, what happens is that they make it slightly moisturizing to retain moisture on your face. If you go for anything that has oily skin, they try and make something that would keep the oil production at bay. After you know your skin type, what next is how to shop for your skin type. If you've got oily skin, I advise you get maxing clays. They are clay marks that will draw out impurities from your face. Also, they tend to help reduce the oil production. I've got a clay max, but when I use it, I used to use it 3 times in a week, but then when I use it, my face, it tightens my face and my face goes really dry, because that's the entire job of the clay mask. So I've reduced the usage to 2 times in a week. As a matter of fact, going forward, I would probably do it once in a week. So for someone who has oily skin, buy something like a clay mask that is tailored towards your skin concern. It's important that you read the label. Please don't walk into a store or go online to shop for things and just buy it. Go through the details of the product. Every reputable brand will have the details of the product, like what it does. Go through it, check the ingredients, find out if it's tailored towards your skin type, because if it's not and you buy it, you're just going to blame the brand and say they're not selling good stuff, but the entire fault was yours, you know, for not actually doing your assignment and your homework. So it's important that you buy things tailored to your skin type and skin concerns as well. Thank you so much, guys. That's it for today. On our next video, we're going to talk about beginner friendly skin prep. If you found this video educational, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like and share. See you. Bye.